Hey guys, Master of Extreme 93, the Wi-Fi battle against one of my friends from Skype, Enigma. So yeah, I've battled him a few times, but I'm not really successful against him. But this is a really good battle, is what I meant to say. He leads off with Selby and goes for the trick. I have my Ferrothorn. He gives me Flame Orb, he gets leftovers, I go for the Stealth Rock, but I'm burned, which sucks. I switch over to my Tech Geek. I don't get the special attack download. He sends out his Stealth Rocks and goes for the U-turn out here. He goes into his Heatran, I guess predicting the Toxic, which he successfully predicted. I switch into my Pro Shid Nidoking. He goes for the Taunt. Doesn't really matter because I don't got any attacks on this thing that would be classified as attack. Everything on the Nidoking is an attack, so pointless Taunt. Alright, he sends out his Cresselia as I go for the Focus Blast. Doesn't really do much. I go for the Thunder just to get some damage in, and he sets up a Light Screen. So I guess this is a Light Clay Cresselia. I switch out over to my Cookies Heat and Rotom. He switch out over to his Manectric. I guess predicted Thunderbolt, so he gets Lightning Rod boost, but no luck, so he switched back out into Heatran, hoping not to get Flash Fire for my Overheat or something, but I don't. I go for the T-Wave, which turned out to be very good on my part. I go for the Thunderbolt now just to get some damage, but with Light Clay and Light Screen up, it's not going to do much, so he sets up his Substitute, and don't know what I was thinking there. I went for the Pain Split, but it doesn't do nothing since he's got a Substitute up. Lefties recover for both of us, and I'm just spamming Thunderbolt. He's going to put a Toxic on my Rotom. So yeah, he's just stalling. I go for the Thunderbolt just to get some damage in, and he's going to not be able to move, which is good. And I finally break the sub, even with Light Screen up, I do break it finally. I go for the Pain Split just to stall a little bit, and he gets Parahaxed again. I guess he might be going for Substitute or Lava Plume, I'm not sure, but it's good for me. Light Screen finally wears off, and he switches back into his Manectric, but I don't go for the Thunderbolt, I go for the Pain Split. More poison damage, and he switches back, this time into his Cresselia, I guess, just to get another Light Screen up, but I go for the Overheat, which should kill it off. He sends out his Suicune, and uses Scald to finish off my Rotom. I send out my Venusaur. He switches out into his Celebi, predicted Elite Seed, but I just use Protect just to get some lefties recover from the Stealth Rock damage when I enter. And I just use Protect again just to get the lefties recover. He's finally going to U-turn out of there. And he goes into his Heatran. And my Power Whip is not going to do much. I really didn't have a move to attack with on his Celebi or his Heatran. Power Whip is not going to do much to either Pokemon. But he keeps predicting the Leech Seed, so he keeps switching back into his Celebi to where I cannot Leech Seed his Heatran. He's going to U-turn out yet again and go into his Heatran. I just go for a Curse, hoping that Power Whip will do a little bit more damage. And the defensive boost is always nice also. And plus I can still be faster because it's paralyzed, obviously. I go for the Leech Seed. He goes for the Lava Plume, and just my luck, I get burned, of course. So the Curse is pretty much pointless now because I'm going to have very bad attack. And all my lefties and Leech Seed recovery is going to be hindered by the burn. So with Power Whip just doing nothing to the Celebi. So I'm really pissed that my Venusaur has been wrecked by a fucking Burn Hacks. I guess he just used C-Bomb just to do some attack damage. He U-turns out of there. Down to 45 HP, goes into his Heatran. Power Whip just to get some damage in. Lefties recover. very annoying sequence with the Venusaur out. Of course, Power Whip misses there. Not really sure if it mattered though. And Burn finally going to take me out, so yeah. So I'm on the inch out. I was thinking he was going to switch, so I went for the bulk up. But he did not switch, he stayed in and just used Seed Bomb. But I'm okay with that. And then I was predicting a switch. I was not going for U-turn here, even though it'd be really effective, because I thought he would just switch into something to take the U-turn really well. So I just went for the Stone Edge, and now I finally do use U-turn. Probably should have used that the first time, but I was predicting something else. So yeah, U-turn out of there, sit down my Tech Geek. He since then his Suicune switches back out into his I almost called that thing a Raikou. What the fuck am I smoking? My Netric. I guess he was predicting a Thunderbolt from this thing, but I don't have Thunderbolt on my Porygon 2. He goes for the Switcheroo, he gets my Volite, I get his Choice Specs, which is actually a good thing for me, because the only attacking move I have on this thing is Stab Tri-Attack, which is going to get a boost from Choice Specs. I switch out, I don't know what I was doing there. Yeah, Overheat kills off my Nanchao. Switch back into Porygon 2, and I don't get the special attack download, which sucks. Switches down to his Heatran to take these Tri-Attacks pretty well, actually. But good for me that, as you'll see here, I use another Tri-Attack. He goes for Toxic and it misses. So yeah, this is really good for me that he missed with Toxic, and now his Heatran's going to die to a third Tri-Attack. Sends out this bulky piece of crap. I think it's called, what, Throw? Well, yeah, Throw's cousin, Sock, much better fighting type. But yeah, this thing has like bulk up. I'm just spamming Tri-Attack. He uses Brick Break. I believe what won me this match was this right here. I use another Tri-Attack and I get crit hacks, because that really helped me out. He sends back in my Netric and goes for the Thunderbolt to kill off my Porygon 2, and he's getting toxic damage, but yeah. I was hoping he'd miss with the Overheat, but he doesn't miss, so Overheat hits my Ferrothorn, and Ferrothorn is KO'd, so I'm down to my last Pokemon, which is Pro-Shit Nidoking. He goes for Hidden Power. I don't know what Hidden Power this is, but it was just regular damage, so I'm not mad. I go for the Earth Power. And his last Pokemon is Suicune. I'm faster, and it's going to go down to a Thunder. So good game, man. It was fun. You're a very good battler. And I guess I'll see you guys later. Peace.